DAKY Whitetails, another episode of Chasing a Dream. What I want to talk about in this episode is I watched this video this morning. The name of this was the Everyday Outdoorsman. Super cool guy, real good videos. I mean, what he talks about, I guess it's perfect. The name's perfect, the Everyday Outdoorsman. What he showed was a hunt that he did in Maryland. I guess it was recent. It might have been this year. And he hits this buck right behind the shoulder. You got to check out the video, and that's what he just wanted everybody else's input and see what they think happened. And this is my own theory, and what I personally think happened. He was shooting a rage, and if anybody, if you watch my videos about broadheads and everything else, I'm not a fan of the rage broadhead. I think they're too big. I mean, I think it's a really good broadhead if you've got a lot of poundage. That bow you see hanging up there, that's a Hoyt VTEC, 80-pound Hoyt VTEC. I call it a 300 Win Mag. What I shoot at, what it hits, it's either going through it or it's going to break it. It's going to break either the broadhead. I've snapped blades off the broadhead. I've snapped blades off of rage. I've snapped blades off of thunderheads. I've snapped blades off of schwackers. I mean, when it hits, like I said, I call it my 300 Win Mag. These new bows, I don't think have enough ass to make a over a 2-inch broadhead perform, and that's what I think the problem is. We're shooting too big of a broadhead. It can't track. True, it deflects. And I talked to another broadhead manufacturer, this guy that designs broadheads, and I gave him my input on a rage, and he said to me, and I don't know how true this is all secondhand information. This is from another a guy that makes broadheads, and I'm not going to throw him under the bus, that design broadheads, and he said they know rage broadheads fail, but the advertising and everything is the commercial end of the rage is, and it's a lot of money invested in that thing. And does it perform 90% of the time? Yeah, it's going to. I mean, it's a 2-inch broadhead, 2-inch set of razors going through something, and it's engineered to work. It's engineered to open, but I tell you what it's not engineered to do, is not to deflect, because that's a lot of blade hanging away from that ferrule. And I think that arrow is looking for an easy way out, because the bows now, we're getting older, guys. As we get older, the bows get weaker. I mean, I know people are saying, oh, my 60-pound bow shoots as fast as a 70 or shoots as fast as an 80, but I could tell you this, with that one up there, that's an older style bow. That's an 80-pound Hoyt VTEC. I shot an 80-pound Helix. I shot an 80-pound RX3. The same people that shoot those two bows can't shoot that, can't pull it back. There's a reason why. The older style bows, the energy, there's more of it. The way it's designed, it's a small cam. You're into that 80 pounds really quick. That's why they don't make them no more. The average guy is not pulling that bow and not feeling comfortable. Things now are comfort. They're not pulling that bow and not comfortable with it. So they come out with these new ones, and the way they're designed to work their way up into that poundage real easy, little increments at a time. So if it's doing that, that means it's at its max for a short amount of time. Where that bow right there, it's at its max long, and that's why it's such a bitch to pull back. And the same thing when it comes back. It's only in that max poundage for a short amount of time. And those big broadheads are not designed for the new bows. The same guys that say, oh man, they show me these hits. Oh, look what it did. Let me tell you something. You'd have killed that deer just as dead with just a small broadhead. I shoot a meat eater. It's 1 1/8 inch, I'm pretty sure what that is. I shoot them meat eaters. I like a small broadhead. To me, it's arrow placement. If I put that arrow in both lungs, I don't need a 2-inch rage to kill that deer. It's like driving a 10-penny nail to a piece of lawn, to a 1/4-inch piece of plywood. Yeah, it's going to go through it, but it's kind of a waste. It's overkill. But these big broadheads fail. And I've seen it. It happened to me. They go in. I shot a few deer this one year when I was in Kentucky. It went in and the one turned and went out between his back legs. How to do that? I shot him broadside. I hit something inside. It turned it. I shot another one. It came out of his chest. It went in and turned. It came out of his chest. I seen the deer running away with the arrow sticking out between his front, right underneath his chin. How to do that? I hit it broadside right behind the shoulder. My buddy hits a buck. He said, we started looking for it. Yeah, I double lunged it. Rep 17 yards. Excellent shot. Good buck. Shoots it right behind the shoulder. Find the arrow, full of guts. And he argued the point to this day, I did not gut shoot that deer. I know he didn't gut shoot that deer. He hit it right behind the shoulder, probably caught the shoulder, and that arrow turned and went out of its guts. He probably took one lung and his guts, and we were looking for it immediately. Big mistake. We didn't know. We thought we were looking at a double lung. Should have been dead 100, 150 yards. But it wasn't. That deer got away. So, and I had guys tell me I'm full of shit. Well, I guarantee, and this is one guarantee I'm sure I can make, it's going to happen. They're going to say, I don't know what happened. Just like this guy on the Everyday Outdoorsman. I think that arrow went in and turned. You could see it hit the ground on the other side, but you don't know where it come out. It could have came out front of the shoulder, like on an angle, and caught maybe one lung, and that's probably what he did. He just like he said, the deer's dead, and I know it's dead. You got to see where he hits it. Check him out, the Everyday Outdoorsman. Check out my videos, DAKY Whitetails. I'm on Facebook, and I'm going to put, some of them are on YouTube. I'm going to put more and more on YouTube. DAKY Whitetails. Hit the subscribe, hit the like, so I keep these things going. Hopefully I'm going back to Kentucky in October. Check it out. I did my September hunt. Now I hopefully got an October one coming up with any luck. And then I do have a November one too. And that's my real good hunt. I can't wait for that because that gets real exciting. I got two buddies of mine coming out. So check it out. DAKY Whitetails. Keep chasing the dream.